Hi, friends. Okay, it is kind of late on Wednesday night, and I'm trying to be super fast. But I want to hit one of my favorite kind of, I don't want to say cheats for commas, but that's what I'm going to say. I don't think cheating is good, but I have a cheat that I'm going to share with you that I stole from someone that I learned at a conference a long time ago. So, when you think about commas normally make up about 30 to 35% of the ACT. Okay. And typically, there are certain types of comma questions that are more common than others. All right. So when I think of that, I think of you've got run-on issues, you've got non-essential element issues, you've got the basics, you've got items in a series, interrupters, things like that. Okay. So what I put together after hearing this lady present at a conference several years ago, they don't make you take your hands off when you go take the ACT, right? You get to keep your hands with you during the test. And I'm not suggesting that you write notes on your hands. That's not what I'm saying. But I am saying that I'm going to show you a trick. Okay, so when we're in like first grade, it's Thanksgiving, and you got a piece of paper and you put your hand on the paper and you traced your hand. Do you remember this? Okay, so I'm fixing to do that right now. You don't have to do this. This is me. This is just this is called tactile learning. So if you learn best by doing something, this might be helpful for you, okay? Like I had a friend in college who learned notes better while she was on the treadmill or on the bike. And so she would go study at the gym because that's what she did. So I have my hand. It's huge. I can hold my basketball. So I have a comma rule for each finger and thumb, okay? Only 5. Well, technically 6. I'm breaking the rules on one of them. So for the thumb, your thumb is your strongest finger, right? So this rule that corresponds with your thumb is going to be the joining two sentences together with a comma and a fan voice conjunction. So for and nor, but, or, yet, so. I'm going to say that slower. Coordinating conjunctions. For, it's fan voice, right? For and nor, but, or, yet, so. Okay, so if I have two sentences, I'm going to join them. I can join them lots of different ways. I can put a period. I can put a semicolon. Sometimes I can put a colon. But we know that one of the most common ways to join them is with a comma and one of those fan voice conjunctions. Okay, you gotta make sure they're complete sentences. But if so, then that rule goes right here on your thumb. Okay. Your pointer finger. For the pointer finger, this is easy. If you hold up your pointer finger, it's at the beginning, it's first. So anytime there's an introductory element that sets off the main clause of the sentence, the introductory element is going to be dependent. It's going to be subordinate. It cannot stand alone. When you have those, you need to set them off with a comma. Okay, so we've got joining two complete sentences with a comma and a fan voice conjunction, and we've got a comma after subordinate introductory elements. So like prepositional phrases or when I go to the mall, comma, I need to remember to take my purse. Things like that. When I go to the mall, it can't stand alone, so it needs a comma to set it off, apart from the main clause of the sentence. Okay? Middle finger. I'm going to keep this as PG as possible. The middle finger is maybe not the most intelligent finger, okay? And so I like to keep this rule for the basics. So whenever I think of writing, oh, look, I have Sharpie on the inside of my finger, so that's special. When I think of the basics as far as comma usage goes, I think of using a date correctly. So the month, the day, comma, and the year. I think of salutations in letter writing. I think of those basic usages that everyone knows about that sometimes you just get sloppy with. Okay, so middle finger. You got to keep the basics together. You got to know what's going on. Your fourth finger. I almost went backwards. Your fourth finger, whenever I was in high school, single ladies was a big thing. I'm not going to sing it for you, I promise, but if you have a series of words of which there is more than one of the same kind, you're going to need a comma. Okay, so let me tell you about it. So the first part is coordinating adjectives. So all a coordinating adjective is it's the same type of adjective describing the same noun. So for example, if I said funny, weird, Miss Real teaches English. Funny and weird are both adjectives and they're both describing me. They're both describing Miss Real. So since they're together and they're describing the same noun, I need a comma between them. Okay? So those are called coordinating adjectives. I would split funny, what did I say? Awkward and funny. I don't know what I said. Awkward and tall. Whatever the two adjectives were that I said, I would split those two adjectives up with a coordinating adjective, comma. Okay. And also there, So that's 2 words. The 3 or more words is when you have items in a series, right? So if I have, if I'm going to Walmart and I have a list and I say, I need to purchase popcorn, butter, and salt at Walmart, right? I mean, I haven't had supper and it's 9 o'clock. Then I would say that I needed commas for sure, between the first and second. And I would say, because we live in America and I believe in the Oxford comma, that you would also need a comma between butter and salt. So I would say popcorn, comma, salt, comma, and butter, or butter, comma, and salt, whichever way I said it first. So 2 things there. Remember, you've got your coordinating adjectives. When you have at least 2, you need a comma to split them up. Or you could use the word and work in the same fashion. Or you need your items in a series. When you have 3 or more items that are similar of the same type, so 3 nouns, 3 verbs, 3 adjectives, it doesn't matter if you have 3 or more, you need commas and probably a conjunction to split those up, okay? And then your pinky, okay? Of all the fingers on your hand, your pinky is the weakest and it's the least necessary, okay? So I think for pinky, we're gonna set off non-essential phrases and clauses and also anything that interrupts the middle of the sentence, okay? So we're gonna talk more about what that actually means because I know that you probably don't know what a relative clause is, and I'm gonna teach you. But for now, you need to know those things. So I'm gonna review. Joins 2 sentences with a comma and a fan voice conjunction. Introductory elements. The basics, coordinating adjectives, and items in a series. Remember, this is the 2 or more, because if I'm not a single lady, then I've got at least something else, at least 2 or more things associated with me. And then your pinky is non-essential. You don't need it as much. You don't need those phrases or clauses as much either. Okay, so I don't know how long that was. I tried to go really fast. I hope you liked my hand turkey. And I will actually put a picture of this like drawn out with the rules on each finger and probably an example as well. Okay? All right, I hope you have a great night. And tomorrow the sun will come up, right? Probably earlier than I anticipate.